Hi, the Malcolm here with my 36th video for Wyrmberg Games, and today I'll be bringing you an unboxing for Flamecraft Duels by Cardboard Alchemy. A few years ago I backed Flamecraft on Kickstarter for my wife. She really likes dragons, and a main complaint about games with dragons in it is that they didn't actually have dragons in them. Oh yeah, you might have cards or tokens, but not actual dragon pieces. And Flamecraft came with actual dragon pieces. It's also quite a fun little game of sending your dragons out shopping to gather resources, to cast enchantments and get points. So when Flamecraft Duel popped up on Kickstarter, we thought we'd give it a go, and a little bit before Christmas now, it turned up. Now, slight disclaimer, we have already opened it and played it, so it's not an unboxing in the purest sense, but we'll still have a look inside, and because I've played it, I'll be able to tell you more about what the pieces do, rather than, oh look, this looks really cool, I don't know what it does though, sort of thing. So first up, the box itself is this wonderful travelling case. Got art all the way up around it, using the same art style as with the original Flamecraft, and the box is kept shut with this rather lovely golden clasp. So let's have a look inside. The box literally opens up like that, and that is the board you play on, and there's the instructions. And there's a small piece of ribbon either side that you literally lift up the board to access the goodies hidden underneath. In this case, it's a lovely velvet cloth baggie. It's brown on that side, green on that side, with a nice golden string. And into that bag are placed these tokens. Now when you first open up the box, each of the token types is found in a little plastic seedy bag. So all the green ones are in one, all the light blue ones are in one, so on and so forth. And again, if you're familiar with the original Flamecraft, each of these represent that type of dragon. So there's the bread dragon, there's the leaf dragon, the diamond dragon, the meat dragon, the anvil dragon, the potion dragon. But there's also some dual dragons. In this case, this one is a potion and anvil dragon, and a meat and leaf dragon, and so on and so forth. So there's lots of different combinations of dragons you can get, and there's artwork printed on the inside of the recess as well. So then on the other side, we have two card holding standees for each player. So there's Flamecraft Duels on one side, and has the town on the other. The town side's the same on both, but the dragons are different on the two, which is a nice touch. There's the cards. So you've got two double-sided player guides telling you how to play the game and reminding you what each colour token does. A solo mode card with the scoring. A whole pile of shop cards which have the various ingredients listed in a specific order, which you need to recreate on the board, and they're either in a straight line or arranged like that. So there are lots of similarities to the original Flamecraft game. You have the fancy dragon deck, which is an optional extra you can play with, and basically two of these will be placed next to the board and will change how the game plays for that game. So for example, return your dragon that you haven't placed yet to the bag and search the bag for a dragon of your choice. And in order to do such things, you need to spend some of these metal coins. They're quite nice as well, nice and heavy. Each player begins with 3 of these cards at the beginning of the game. Normally you only have 2, and you play the game with 3 of these available in front of you. So some have a passive ongoing change throughout the game, and other ones allow you to do a one-off, if you can afford it, ability. I think you start with 3 coins each. They're worth points at the end of the game, but if you've used them to use the ability, then that might be more beneficial. There's a fountain token, which is another optional extra, which comes with the fountain cards. And these are basically each of the main ingredients, like 4 diamonds, 4 anvils and so forth. These are laid out so both players can see them, and whenever this arrangement has been made, you can claim it, but you then move the fountain onto one of the spaces, and that stops that space being used until the next fountain card has been claimed. So that's another way of getting points, plus there's a barrier on the board which affects gameplay. You can play one of the add-ons or both to make for different gameplay, and there's a wild one as well, which is one of the fancy dragons, which adds this guy, and basically while in play it adds as a wild token. And that's everything in the box, and as you can see, nice illustration showing you where things go. So the game itself. So start of the game, players are given 2 of these cards each, and they pay attention to what arrangements of the ingredients they're aiming for. They'll then take turns taking an artisan token from the bag and placing it on the board. You can place it adjacent to an existing tile or on top of an existing tile. However, you can never have more than 3 tiles on any one space. Once a tile is placed, you then flame it, activate its ability, and similar to the abilities in the original Flamecraft, the yellow one will allow you to pull a fresh tile and add it to the board, and then flame that. It gives you an extra go. The blue one will allow you to pull 3 from the bag, choose which one you want, and place it. However, that one will not activate. The red one will allow you to move an adjacent tile anywhere on the board. That's legal. The anvil will allow you to move 2 adjacent tiles 1 space each. The purple will allow you to swap 2 other tiles. However, if they're part of a stack, you can only move the top of that stack. And the leaf will allow you to flame an adjacent tile. So if I want to use that one, I can use that. That's ability to swap another 2. So I'll swap these 2 around, like so. And then you check to see if you've matched a pattern. In this case, these 3 match. I'll score that card and then draw a fresh card off the deck. A jeweled tile can be flamed as either of the 2 colours, but not both. And when scoring, will act as either of the 2 colours as well. And you can have it activating one way as one colour and activating as another way as the other colour at the same time. If you're playing with the fountain piece and you've scored a fountain, you can then move the piece. If you move it onto a stack, you discard all but 1 tile from that stack back into the bag. And the game will end when the last card is drawn from the deck or the bag is empty. Players may also choose to spend one of their 3 coins to just draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards from their hand if they don't like what they've got. However, coins are worth points at the end of the game. The gameplay is generally quite quick. It's quite a thinky one, but not as thinky as chess, and I do like this case. I think my only issue with the case is it's great, it's a nice travel case, but where's the handle? It would be nice to have had a handle on it. But it did come with this guy, this lovely plushie, one of the anvil dragons, who comes with a backpack, and in the backpack is a bee bag buddy. He's quite cute. He's also quite a decent size as well. Really nicely put together and detailed. So there you go, that's Flamecraft Duels. Do you like Flamecraft? Do you like 2-player games? Or 1-player games? Like I say, this does have a solo variant as well. So yeah, we've already played it and we have really enjoyed it. Have you played it? Is it the sort of thing that you'd be interested in? It's a great 2-player strategic game that's quite gentle really. And if you like the original Flamecraft, it's similar enough to have that same feel to it, although it does play quite differently. Highly recommend it. So there you go, I hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to comment down below please, but as usual, if nothing nice to say, then please keep it to yourself. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe and other YouTube things if you want, and until next time, see you later.